So in the 6th grade, I asked this girl I had a huge crush on. Her name was Casey, out to a dance. The very first dance that I'd ever asked a girl out to. She said no, which was fine, except that I responded to her rejection with, oh, maybe I can just, buy us tickets and then we can go separately. Thankfully, she rejected the offer to take advantage of me. But after that, I could never really stand going to a dance, and the thought of it, I kind of rationalized to myself, I'm a nerd. I'm into art. I play Pokemon at lunch. I'm not gonna do it. It's not my scene. Unless they have a Pokemon tournament or something, I'm not gonna go. And I was really insistent on it. And all throughout high school, I just never went to a dance. Also, it turns out I'm super gay, so she was looking out for both of us. But I didn't realize it at that time. But something that kind of came, a big factor in that was my best friend at the time, Brandon. We were very close. We got very close sophomore year of high school. And he was like the complete opposite of me. He was jock. He was on student government. Lindsay and I talked about this earlier, but fuck student government. What the fuck are you guys doing anyway? We both, we got really close. We met in honors English in sophomore year, and we would sit on the same chair next to each other. We would talk all the time. We would walk down the hall, shoulder to shoulder, sometimes link arms, sometimes put our arms over each other's shoulder. I don't know if anyone thought we were gay, but I sure as hell was like, damn, this dude is really fucking into me. And that was like, and because of that, I kind of came to the realization that, I had feelings for him and that I really liked him. And that every time we held hands or something platonically, I had to, put down my pants and readjust and fix. So senior year rolls around, springtime, and it's prom, and Brandon is just, he's like the most fucking persistent, annoying asshole ever. He keeps trying to get me to go to a dance, and I just give him the spiel. I'm like, look, no, that's not my scene. I did not have a Pokemon thing, blah, blah, blah. And it's the spring I practice. And he keeps insisting on it, and I'm like, I just get really annoyed with him. And then one day, it's prom election time, and we're choosing the prom court. And in English class before lunch, when we were voting, he turns to me and asks and says, "Hey, I think you should go check out prom elections at lunch." And I was like, no, Pokemon, da 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 da. And he was like, no. I really think you should go and see and vote. And I was like, fine, I'll participate in this sham of a democracy. And I went, and there were like 40 names on the board, 20 guys, 20 girls. And they're all like the popular kids, people who you expected were on the board. And then I saw on the guy's side was my name. And I had to take a double check, went up, and maybe it was Kevin Chen, another popular Kevin, traded fates. Maybe I would have been popular if I was named Kevin Chen, but I looked and it was Kevin Chu, it was me. And I was really confused, and I remembered what he said to go check it out, and I was like, wait a minute, did that fucking asshole nominate me for prom court just to try to get me to go to prom? And my hormonal teenage brain was like, wait a minute, does this mean that he's like choosing me? And then I had to and I was like, no, I'm so confused. And I was like readjusting my pants, and I was like, I can't think about this right now. I have to go to school. Brandon and I would always, after school, hang out. We would go together in his car, just the two of us. After he had track practice, after school for me, I just had to wait an hour sometimes because I wanted to hang out, obviously, because I wanted to fuck him. That day, I waited for him. I said, hey, do you want to hang out after practice? And he said, yeah. And so I got in his car, And I just really had to clear all of this up. And we went to McDonald's. We ordered. He parked, and we sat in silence with our quarter pounders with cheeses on our laps, just not looking at each other, not talking to each other for a little bit. And then I turned to him and I said, "Hey, did you nominate me for prom court?" And he said, "Yeah, I needed to find some way to get you to go to this dance, man. You know, it's so important to your like high school experience." And I was like, "No, dude, I told you, Pokemon, no, please don't." And he said, No, I think it's really important that you go. I really want you to go." And I said, "Dude, please stop. I can't do this anymore. I can't, this is confusing to me." And he said, "No, I want you to go. I want to go with you." And when I heard that again, I was very confused, and everything was like silent, and you just looked at each other for like a minute, and then he leaned in and he kissed me, and it was honestly perfect. I mean, looking back, it was an awful kiss. There was far too much tongue, and we were like grabbing at weird places, but it was a beautiful kiss, and we went to prom together. And I didn't get nominated for prom court, and I know everyone's like, "Kevin, you're so charming and funny." Thank you. I was expecting it too, but it kind of didn't matter because that whole night, he made me feel like royalty. Thank you.
Kevin Shue, ladies and gentlemen.